Oh, okay. Oh, God. Hello, friends, and welcome to Modern Minecraft Survival Episode 44 with me, SkitzTGPG. Got more dark, twisted, and profane magic to perform. I heard gurgling out here, so I was just checking. No! Hit me up! Okay. Did some adjustments to the blood altar. This was so I could grind through some of the slates that we need to grind. I've already got a few. I did a shit ton of the blank, and then I did 2 stacks worth of the reinforced. Each tier of the blood altar is going to unlock a higher tier of slate that we need to build stuff. So, for now, I moved the lab stuff in here. Felt like the right spot. So the first thing we're going to do before we go any further into blood magic, we're going to take the first step in blending Ars Nouveau and blood magic together by creating a new spell called Sentient Harm. It's not too dissimilar. There you are, you son of a bitch. Hey, could you, like, shut the hell up? Now then. It's not too dissimilar from the Harm spell, which comes with Ars Nouveau. If we go over to the Blasty spell, we have a Harm, and then we have Augments. So we're gonna just... You gotta be kidding me. Where are these pricks coming from? Excuse me. There we go. Okay. It's not too dissimilar from the Harm spell, but it uses Demon Will, very much like a sentient sword. In fact, that's basically how we make one. Is we go all the hell, and we say, I want the Sentient Harm glyph, which is right here. All it costs is the sentient sword. Huh! What this is gonna do is create a glyph of sentient harm. Ba, 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 ba. So now if we go to our Blasty spell, we'll do projectile, we'll speed that bitch up, we'll do that, and then we'll just amplify it. And now, hypothetically, this should do some serious damage to stuff. Ah! Nope, time to leave. Whoop, 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 whoop. That was more than I bargained for. Cool, but by doing so, now that we have this spell, we can also put it in our sword. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's head over to our spellbook here. Put our sword down. Okay, that one worked. Okay. That one worked. Was that a bee? Did I just kill a bee? God damn it! Whatever. I thought it was a moth. Whatever. I said, whatever. Now that we know, okay, so slash do, and then delay. There. I think I hear more bees, so it's, yep, more bees. Probably fine. Added some more mods, like realistic bees. Anyway, let's go put this on our sword. Hypothetically, we should now have a little bit more punch in our Ars Nouveau sword, and it will function like the living, the sentient sword, in that we will be able to continue to build up Demon Will and use it to augment our power. So that's great. The next thing we're going to do is build a tier 3 altar, and to do that, we're going to need runes. So, actually, let's break out the Sanguiscientum. So if we go to, no, we want to go here first. Blood runes. There's a lot of different runes. They do cool stuff. So all of these augment your blood altar in one way or another. So Rune of Self-Sacrifice, for example. That improves the amount of blood points you get from pricking your finger with that dagger we have. Rune of Sacrifice for other things. Capacity, augmented capacity. Some of these are pretty self-explanatory. We're going to focus on a couple. We might put a few charging, but I'm going to focus on speed, capacity, and orb. Now to make runes, for example, let's make some runes of capacity. We need imbued slates. Now, we need a tier 3 altar to make those. So we're not going to be able to throw together some capacity just yet. But we can throw orbs together, speed together, sacrifice together. So let's do speed for now. But we need blank runes for that. So we gotta go here, and then we're gonna make 64 runes for now. Just to make sure we have plenty. So now let's see, the tier 3 altar is a 5x5. So we'll make 10 of these speed. And we're going to slot these in right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we're going to make orb runes. What? Just to make orb runes? Lame. Cool. Now we have 10 runes of sacrifice. We'll put those in the other slots here. And this should say tier 3. No, not yet. That's right. We have one more step. Right, so if we click our altar, it'll show us exactly where stuff needs to go. Now, the runes are already in place, but we need to put blocks there. So I think what I'm going to do is pick all these up. And this should turn into it. Yeah, look at that. So now we should be able to make some more interesting glyphs. Can't make these yet, because we still need a master blood orb. But I think we put speed in there. Capacity needs imbued slates. That's right. So now we can make imbued slates. Isn't that fun? I certainly thought so. So here's how we're going to do that. Let's make some imbued slates. We need to take some of our existing slates. Let's keep the amount of reinforced. We're going to make a stack, no, 2 stacks of imbued slates. And to do that, we're going to put this here. Grab this. Put this here. Set it to my heal spell. Oh, okay, there we go. And now we have a imbued slate. So what we can do is we can go over to here. Hit this pipe. Go in here. Go in here. Only extract imbued slates. And now, what we can do is pop all these blank slates in. And it's going to start funneling them in. And transforming them! Okay. After a lot of boo-boos, we now have imbued slates. That's awesome. So now we're going to use those to make some capacity runes. And this level, the tier 3 to tier 4, is going to cost us 7 by 7. So let's make 2 rows of capacity for now. All right, but we're not out of the woods yet. We need a tier 4 altar. And to get to the tier 4 altar, we're going to need more than just these runes. We're going to need something called bloodstone. To make bloodstone, I have to kill these chumps. Just kidding. To get bloodstone, there's actually a couple things we need to do. First and foremost is to create a ritual. But before I do that, it's time for a nippy nap. So the next thing we're going to do is build a ritual. We need a few things to do that. The first thing we need, and arguably the most important thing that we use, is going to be something called the Ritual Diviner. This is made with 4 inscription tools. One of earth, which requires a block of obsidian. One of fire, which costs, I think, magma cream. One of water, which I think causes lapis, And the air one costs a gas tier, I think. Okay. So now we have these. Cool, great. Let's go pop them in the blood altar so they turn into the devices we want. Come on, man. What's a guy got to do to get decent weather around here? Frick. Anyway, Ritual Diviner. We can make one now. This is essentially our push-button get ritual stick. And it lets us cycle through different rituals. The one we need right now is this one, the Edge of the Hidden Realm. We have to go to Sally's little pocket dimension because he has something called Tau Fruit in there. We need it to make Bloodstone, but I'll go over that when we get there. For now, I gotta make the ritual to access that dimension. How many rituals is the Edge of the Hidden Realm gonna cost me? How many runes, rather? Total of 36. Boom. We have exactly enough. And then we're going to make 4 more because we need to make a Master Ritual Stone. Oh. We got to make an even better Blood Orb. That's right. We're going to make the Magicians, and that's, what, gold? Yep. Okay. Now we can make a Master Ritual Stone. Well, the last thing we need in order to get a ritual going is something called an activate. They have an awakened activation crystal, but it's not implemented yet, so there's no recipe for it. Right now, we have to use the weak ones, which is a lava crystal. A lava crystal is made with this. Now, if we go to make a blood lava crystal thing, majang, we put this in there. Beep. Now we put this in here, and it should make a crystal. There we go. And I need to pump a bunch of energy into my magician's blood orb, because that's how we're going to have the power necessary to start the ritual. There we go. So we're actually going to leave that there. So the next thing we're going to do is plop this down. Right here is good. And as you can see, this will let me just kind of pop it down. So that's what we're going to do. Boop. And that's going to build it for me. And if I did this right, all 36 runes. Yep, there we go. Okay, now all I have to do is hit the Master Ritual Stone with this activation crystal. And boom! The ritual has been complete. We can now go to the Hidden Realm, also called Sanguis, also called Bad. Alright, let's go get some Tau fruit. Alright, we're here. Now, the other thing to note is... Oh, wow. One whole key, huh? The other thing to note is... This is Sally's... Cypherous's... I mean, this world's Satan's... like, stomping grounds. Oh, okay. Oh, God! They're so fast! Holy frick! What was that? Light this up before that happens again. Holy hell. Sally's not messing around. Anything interesting here? Aha! Here's some Tau fruit. That's what we came in here for. So, technically, mission accomplished. I'm going to poke around a little bit more. Because chests. More Tau fruit. Some goodies. Or some halfway decenties. And I think that's it. Okay. Well, no more keys means no more doors. But that's alright. Like I said, we got what we came for. Let's go back. Alright. So now, we have to do something with this Tau fruit. But what? I'll show you. It's pretty weird and dumb, but we're going to do it. So, Tau fruit, by itself, not all that useful to me. However, if Tau fruit grows while something alive is walking on it, it siphons some of the blood and turns it into... Ah, there we go. One of them got it. Basically, if they siphon blood... There we go. Yeah, I have to, like, walk on it. Let's bone meal this good Tau fruit. Oh, it has to grow with me on it. That makes sense. So we're going to just grow a little bit of owie plants. Cool. So, we've got owie plants, specifically Tau fruit. What do we need that for? The blood shard, silly. The blood shard is used to make bloodstone, which is used to make our bloodstone, or our tier 4 altar. So, let's head upstairs. The reason this is empty is because it took all of our... Ooh, pretty! It took all of our power to refill what we used to start that ritual up. So now, we're going to finish our tier 4 blood altar. And to do that, we're going to make some runes of the orb, which we can't make yet. So instead, we're going to make runes of capacity. We're going to put these 7 in here as well. boost our thing. But before we do that, we need to make yet another workstation called the chamber? There it is. A chemical reaction chamber. Now that we have this, go put that back inside. And we need this to make bloodstone, which is a weak blood shard, which we put tau fruit in with a sanguine reverter. And a sanguine reverter is made with the following. Okay. And take our tartaric gem, pop it in. Oh, we don't have enough will. Still. What? Well. It's an all-out war. Nice. Not quite full, but full enough. Now we can actually make the damn thing, so let's do that. Bang. Now we have a sanguine reverter. We're going to use that in here. Pop that in there, which fucks with the texture a bit, but you know what? Don't care. And then we're going to throw this tau fruit in here. And that's going to start chuggity-chugging, and it's going to give us some blood shards. We need at least 2. Okay, that's perfect. We got to make basically these, but with bloodstone bricks on top. So, let's make the bloodstone. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all we need. And then this is used to make a new blood orb as well. So let's do that real quick. Oh, I need it to be tier 4 first before it'll do that. That makes sense. Alright, so let's grab some more of the cobbled blackstone. Here we go. Now you can see all we need are these pillars here. All the other runes are put in already. So, let's go ahead and do that. Bing. And that should have done it. You 4? Yep, you're 4. Alright. So now, let's top us off here. So now our capacity was 10,000. It's like 66,000 now. So this should craft into... Yep. So let's make a newer blood orb. There we go. That's a master blood orb. That's going to be extremely helpful in the next episode. Guys, thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you spending the time to hang out with me and learn a little bit more of this evil magic. I hope you had some fun. I know I certainly did. I always do, hanging out with you. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode where we maybe delve even deeper to blood magic and start combining our power to give us a little bit of an edge up on the bad guys. But that'll be next episode, so thanks again, and until then, take care of yourselves. Okay, bye. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye. Okay, bye.